Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to Goblins of Conquest.
Adel, my name is Adel.
Okay, Adel.
I've worked with goblins before. Goblins are good people.
Well,
It's true.
we're on a try it before you buy it scenario here. So the first week we're going to get you to work for us for free because we gave you your life. How's that sound?
That sounds pretty good. Yeah. I cook really well on top of everything else, and
Who fights the best out of all of you? Be honest.
And you notice that
And I'm still kind of
the
using
two
the
guys
shadow,
kind of like look to the dead captain,
the living.
and they kind of look at each other, and they both go, "Yeah, I do." They both kind of do the "I do" at the same time.
Okay, let's see it.
They just look at you, kind of like
They both pointed at themselves.
yeah.
Right?
They both said, "I'm the best."
Let's see it.
Okay. Red versus blue, because it's totally appropriate. As they like kind of pick up their swords, and while you guys are doing your thing, they're kind of like swinging on each other. At first, it's kind of piss poor, tappy. And then all of a sudden, the guy talking to Adel makes some comment about his sister. And Adel, with his little 19, which is more like a 22,
Right?
gets a couple good cuts in. Just, rib shots that are bleeding profusely, but not enough to kill him. And he's like, "I told you I'm the best swords fighter. After the captain, I'm next in line for the head sword." And he basically looks at you like, "Is this enough?"
It's enough.
And he kind of salutes you, and then he's watching you as he's trying to holster his sword.
Is this gonna work?
Wouldn't you prefer your ex-captain's gear?
Oh, no, my sword, and he slides the sword home in his holster there, is far superior to the captain's. His is much too heavy for my hand.
Are you guys comfortable with this?
Sure.
As you're saying this
They
openly.
seem trustworthy.
No, I mean, I'm turning around and I would imagine my party is closer to me than these jokers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
Especially when you all took a step back, and there's still the two sleeping guys.
Yeah.
Okay, Adel. Clean this mess up. You've got 5 minutes. And we'll be moving shortly. Bandage your friend. Wake up your friend and tell them what's happening. If they don't want to comply, we'll kill them. I'm just being honest here.
He kind of walks over to one of the horses where he's got a little first aid kit, and he throws it to the guy he cut, and just like, you know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy kind of looks at the first aid kit and kind of does a decent job bandaging himself up. Well, he comes up and he leans his head really close to the other guy and kind of like jars him awake. And as soon as he does, he like pushes his head down so he doesn't bolt up. And he's just like, he's whispering under his breath, trying to be clandestine about what he's saying. I knew at least one of you took up that D20 to listen in.
I do an awesome job with my 8.
With your awesome 8.
You got the highest wisdom. I got a
They're human tongues speaking harsh words that are difficult to listen in on.
My headdress is muffling my ears.
Perception.
Yeah, but I was making sure. No,
Nobody
you're
knows.
going away tonight.
I think
You want to give it a shot?
I mean, I guess I'll give it a shot. What is it?
Since we're all just going to
Giggle
cast
Snort's
it,
gonna be the one that pulls it up.
It's because I'm closer to the ground.
Yeah, the sound echoes off the ground.
That's
Perception.
it.
So, perception.
Uh-huh. You're kind of perceptive-y.
Okay, perception. I get a 12.
Better than rest of us.
You're kind of hearing a mumble of conversation.
You got a whole
They
six.
don't get up quick.
Yeah. Like,
We
I
have
rolled
some
a
new
4, like,
bosses.
I'm proficient.
Just go along to get along. Don't do anything stupid to get us all
Yeah,
killed.
yeah.
Alright.
It's basically the in-between words that you're picking up.
Okay.
As the goblin's giving you the thumbs up, they seem cool. Okay, and he wakes them up and they kind of grab their horses. He of course goes to the captain's horse and takes the captain's horse because it's got the nice saddle and stuff. And they basically have one extra horse. They look at you. Obviously, you're the leader.
Do they? If there's 4
Did
cars
you want the
left,
horse?
is there a
One
horse
of the
left?
horses died.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
better
there's
than
so
the
there's 4
wolf.
guys.
There's 4 guys and 4
Yeah.
horses.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were saying there's one extra horse in term after the.
Oh no,
he
as in
changed.
the one on the
Continue to
ground.
ride the wolf.
You're saying one extra horse before he
think the
changed
horse can
horses.
carry you?
Okay.
Horses are pretty.
The wolf has been carrying me.
Big baby. Take the horse.
I'm gonna steal your horse.
I'm yeah.
Good luck with that.
I'm super stealthy.
Aconite is definitely
Foolish, they're still in the
definitely
horse from underneath.
won't argue if you decide to take one of the horses over the wolf. He won't be offended.
Expert.
Right?
Yeah, that poor wolf that I've been riding.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'm going to take the horse because
Okay.
the hobgoblin is a little lighter than I am. A
Okay.
little more petite.
So you're taking one of their horses, and one of the guys looks really sad at you, like you're taking my horse.
Oh, I thought there was an extra horse.
There's 4 guys left and 4 horses left.
Oh.
It was an extra horse before he changed.
He's
the
like,
guy-
I
the
want
guy
the
we
captain's
killed-
horse.
Gotcha.
Basically, one of the other guys gets his horse. Because the guy that got woke up last was the guy that his horse didn't make
We
it.
don't have to let them keep their horses.
Yeah.
We're
That's
Yeah,
evil.
but
still
they
true,
are
though.
wearing armor, and it's, if we do want to be useful,
Okay.
there is that.
I was just trying to get you a horse.
And Adel comes up and
But
he
still-
basically
he still made it at
he
the
gets proper, like he's addressing an officer. He's like, "Sir, where are we heading?"
We're on a need-to-know basis.
Yes,
So-
sir.
None of us need
The men and I will be
Not
ready for
common,
you.
sir.
As the men all saddle up on their horses, ready to go, follow your orders.
Would probably be good if you told him your name then. If you don't want to be called sir.
You're working for Tithe.
They kind of look at each other. Usually you pay a tithe. This explains a lot.
That's okay. We're just going to call you Addled from now on.
I like it.
First time you heard that one, right?
Yeah. You and every other camp whore.
I know that
I think Addle's not gonna last very long.
You might be getting that horse soon enough.
right? Okay.
He follows
so
orders. He's not the best sharpest stick in the bunch.
They're gonna, I would imagine, ride in the middle of us then, and so we're gonna continue on.
Well, they were more than willing to ride ahead if you'd like them to, or ride to guard
Of
your
course,
back.
I'm sure that they would be.
I'm going to be sneaky behind everybody.
Now, what do you mean by sneaky?
Like, I'm not gonna walk on the trail behind them. I'm gonna walk.
You have
Like
your
ride?
rope, you can ride.
You're on a
Oh right. Oh,
But-
right.
No,
Or-
if you're following them on foot, they will outrun you quickly.
Yes. I forgot I had a wolf. Okay. Yeah, I'll just ride my wolf, but so that I could easily jump off and hide
Okay, so you fall
to gain
back
advantage,
basically.
to gain some sort of
Okay.
advantage if they turn
I
on
got
us.
you. Yeah, so you're falling back a little, you know.
Yeah.
Oh no, the rogue's gonna get left behind if he doesn't
such a tiny
turn.
rogue. Her
Poor
wolf is-
rogue.
It's a baby wolf.
Okay, so you guys continue on the path.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm gonna ride next to Addled, and I'm gonna ask him I'm not expecting you to do it now, but I'm going to ask him what his orders were, what they were doing, who they were working for, those types of things. Who, what, when, where, why.
We were actually, so you guys are, because you guys got like 2 days with no issues happening. Of he's basically answering your questions of, well, we work for the Golden Wolf Company, and he kind of like unfrills this blue hanky on his side. He's got like a little embellished wolf, maybe. Someone did these in a hurry, so they don't really look like a good crest. And we were working for the Sultan that is up the way. He basically is gesturing up the coast road. That we were delivering a package for him.
What's that?
It was one of his daughters.
Where's she?
She's actually going to be marrying our commander.
Oh, she's already there.
We were returning with news that the wedding would be happening shortly for him to come down for the wedding.
So you're part of a larger mercenary band. Makes
Well,
sense.
our company is 300 strong.
You can pick them up.
The Sultan was basically marrying his youngest daughter off to our commander for free mercenaries, basically. And our commander is getting, title and land out of it. That's something he's always wanted.
So you guys were pretty well trusted then.
We're not allowed near the Sultan's harem, but,
At least by your commander.
Oh, our commander trusts every one of us. We've all sworn an oath to our commander. And he just like kind of chokes that back, like, "Oh, I said too much." Didn't mean to say that part.
Well, I'm not smart. I'm smart enough to have heard and acknowledged what he said.
Okay.
So, but insight-wise, I couldn't read anything. But it's a 6, an 8.
No, you're not picking up anything. His human features are harsh and ugly to you. Human, ugly human.
It's very interesting.
Why don't
Swore
you?
an oath.
I mean, your band seems very organized for a group of goblins. I mean, you all seem to be wearing the same emblem. Are you some kind of, war band? He's looking for the right words for what a goblin mercenary group would be.
Are we a war band?
And he actually
That
uses,
wording
by
is
the
offensive.
way, he actually uses the goblin word for warband, not the common word. In pretty decent goblin. Thereby telling you he speaks goblin.
So you heard the bad words I said.
Teaches you, huh?
I didn't mean that about your mother.
As you guys, in your travels, all of a sudden signposts pass, and he asks us again, if I may be so bold to ask, where are we headed? Are we taking the coast road?
First, warband's kind of a. If I were to just call us a warband, I would be insulting us. I think it's much, much larger than that.
You're implying a goblin legion?
That's more like it.
And he gives you this look like, you gotta be shitting me. Even with your inside of 8, you that translates well. You gotta be shitting me.
Well, you can't put much on a bugbear's face.
Got a point.
Okay, so you guys get to the part of the path where it turns down. You're
I
heading.
just avoid his other question, by the way.
Mm-hmm. So he's noticing the information is going mostly one direction. So you guys are, you've got them in the middle of your group.
Yeah, I think
You're hanging back in the security position.
I'm probably.
Who's in the front?
I'm going to probably be kind of figuring out Pete, sort of the scout, sort of lead the path, kind of
Okay.
thing.
And of course, every time you guys start and stop, the horses are like, "Whoa, these are wolves."
Marking
So
everything again, but doing
you're coming
doing
to
our
the
little
part of
marks.
the path where you can whip out your little map, and you're realizing it's road signs saying "Go this way." This is where you need to stop and mark your little thing. Are you being sneaky about your marks?
Yeah. I want to try to make it so it's like again an emblem that would be recognizable to the paladin when he sees them, but like it just
Give me a stealth roll to make sure these guys aren't noticing your little emblem. So then they'll be like, hey, we can just follow the symbol back.
Right?
10.
A 10. So you're super subtle of getting off. You're like, Goblin, got to pee.
Checking out these
In the middle of your pee, you whip out your dagger and you start carving your symbol blatantly while whizzing on the tree. And, in pretty much open view of anyone with the passive perception of not 0.
Yeah, no.
So it seems subtle as you're doing your marks, but the rest of you guys are all seeing him do this in his attempt to be subtle.
Yeah. Blade kind of slipped a little.
Yeah.
Kinda.
You're doing the whole, you don't see my pin number, as you then walk away and there's this freshly carved spot. So, it's just that they're very aware. They're very keen out here. But they have a mighty passive perception of 11. Okay, so, you're basically talking to him while you guys are taking stops, I'm assuming. So he looks at the sign and he's like, the Brackenwall Swamp, there's nothing out there but just lizard people and fishermen. Why are we heading there?
Fishermen are tasty.
Do you like your tongue?
Sorry for asking too many questions, sir. And he just immediately kowtows like he's a beaten soldier that knows his place at this point. He got uppity. He thought he was an officer talking to a superior officer, and he's immediately just shuts down. And the other guys kind of like do the little quietly from the back, just jiving each other at how he just got his shit shut down.
I look over at her and I'm like, ritual for human skulls?
Yes. Not right now.
Soon.
Maybe later.
Okay, they're not fearful of their life yet. Their morale is apparently still high.
Oh, you want to beat them down, keep them in submission. Just kidding.
Okay, so you guys take the path. You guys, you stop for a meal, I'm assuming. You're taking your regular breaks. Okay, so midday, you're continuing on, and then you see up ahead, there's some folks coming this direction. Seems to be like a 2 ox cart being whipped with a guy, and there's about 12 people following.
Do they have blue handkerchiefs on their arms?
You can roll a perception, tell me.
18.
You actually see that most of them, there's humans and half-elves. By the way, you goblins, your ears might perk at half-elves. And there's about 12 of them. They seem to be very disheveled in their clothing. They look like they're on a pilgrimage. And they're coming this way out of the swamp, so their clothes are covered in muck, dirt. Most of them have just like bare sandals on. They're coated in mud. And these oxen look like they're filth-ridden animals. I mean, they look like they've been living in really bad conditions. And,
So, like, perfect for us.
yeah.
Like, what lovely oxen.
And all of a sudden, at one point, you're looking and you see glint on the guy that's whipping the oxen. There's glint on his chest. That there's a disc about this big that seems to be glinting like gold. That looks sort of like a sun on a necklace, almost like a holy symbol.
Oh, holy symbols. That's dangerous, but it is shiny.
It's shiny, yeah.
Shiny!
Do I recognize the
Glad the disco is
Give me a religion roll. I like how it devolved to the... Oh, fuck.
Oh, 17. That's not bad.
17. It actually is the circular sun disk of Pelor.
Okay. Does that bear any significance?
He's a sun god. He's all about the harvest and growing.
Okay, so we don't care about it.
You don't.
Okay. Totally
Well,
getting
You've
that.
seen many a human wearing that symbol, and quite a few of them were quite wealthy.
Totally gonna get that.
Quite a few nobles use a smaller version of it as they're like, like basically like a modern day cross.
Yeah.
They'd have a tiny version of it, but this is the wrapper bling sized one. So it's a legit holy
Rapper,
symbol.
like,
Yeah, if we're not
Probably
careful,
the
it's
one
like Fava Flav.
the one thing of value that this whole group has.
Yeah.
if we're not careful, we're gonna have 2 clerics hissing at each other like cats.
Well, if we get close, I'm getting that amulet thing.
So what are you guys gonna do? They see you guys approach and they stop, and you see them. And are you continuing on, or are you stopping? You've got a good, quarter of a mile between you guys. as they're all squinting to look, but they see mostly the humans outlined, so they're like, okay, weird folks in furs.
You know? I'm asking Adam.
Oh, he looks filthy peasants. Probably on some holy pilgrimage from the looks of the gold being shown off by the one in the front.
We need the gold, right?
I
Yeah.
want it. I don't.
I want it.
No.
Oh, okay.
My God demands the gold.
Oh.
But I did other stuff.
The rest of the peasants can be fine, left alone. I want that gold though.
Okay.
Find some other gold.
So what are you guys discussing amongst each other?
Subdue him.
Yeah.
Adel,
You tell him and his men to do it?
subdue him.
I'm gonna sort of ride off the road, try to find some bushes to hide behind in sort of like an
See, we
ambush.
have a bush
You go
goblin
ahead
and
and
a tree
hide.
goblin.
Yeah.
Because
I
at this
demand
point,
my-
if they
Well,
decide
no,
to turn on
to
us
be
right now,
ready
We haven't
to.
really lost.
they're just peasants, so
Okay, so
we can take them all out.
the three of them
Yeah.
start riding their horses at a slow canter down there. You can tell.
I figured we could just scare the piss out of them.
You can see all three of them are like talking back and forth as they're going in hushed tones. Their body language is telling you, "Are you sure we need to do this? Should we do this?" And immediately, Adel, puts his hand up for them to stop, and the people, kind of spread out. Some sit down and relax. And he starts talking to the people, and there's some body language going on with the guy with the medallion. Puts his crop down, and then basically, rolls up his sleeves, and he comes out like total authoritarian, body language up to these guys, and he's like, "You will allow us to pass." From the power of movie cinema, you see him up there, and he's just waving his finger at them. And Adel at one point just pulls his sword out, and he's gonna poke the guy with it.
I was expecting him to chop off the finger.
I gave you the option. I did say subdue. If he wants to, he could subdue.
Yeah. You see his sword, and it comes back blood. You see some blood well up in the guy's side, and your three horsemen are in pretty close proximity as he starts, getting all huffy, all red in the face, and he looks back at his people, and he does this with his hands. As you all of a sudden see a gout of flame with his breath roll out and just swath over all three of them. Let's see how
I'm glad that wasn't us.
blue is
Right.
Adel.
Trees catch on fire.
So he does not make it safe, but the others two do. And fortunately, you guys didn't heal them up any. But it's totally appropriate to use the green fireball here.
They have band-aids.
Oh, he threw a fireball.
He basically did burning hands.
Oh, okay.
And that's a cleric?
It depends on his
Of
domain.
Palor.
Palor, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you see Adel just get full face because he's the one who's right there poking him with the sword.
Right.
It's literally he tries to protect his face with the sword as the swath of flame just surrounds him and he disappears from view for a second. And the other two guys kind of pull their horses to the side and manage to canter out of most of it. But you see smoke coming off them, and you see that Adel's just got his facial hair's gone. He's got a big patch of hair burnt off, and at this point he's pulling his horse that's losing its shit. So he's going to be busy trying to maintain his animal handling because these three horses just got fire on them.
Yeah.
They don't
So
like that.
what are you guys going to do while you're looking at this going on? And the people are like, grabbing their sticks, and they're on holy vengeance to protect their cleric.
How far away are they?
About a good 100 feet.
I'm gonna go off in the trees and come around to flank.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm far enough around and behind them that I can climb a tree without them noticing.
Okay. They're within range of your bow right now.
Yeah, I know, but I like to be behind people.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your hide. See how well you hide. As all of a sudden she jumps off her wolf into the bushes.
I think you were already in the bushes.
Yep, he was already in the bushes.
I think
18.
you're going to have to heal
18? Okay, you are pretty quiet once you hit that tree line and you disappear into the rustle of the woods.
Yeah.
As you're hearing 3 horses going...
I'm going to cast darkness on the priest and his people.
Ooh. Okay. Middle of the
What
day,
is that?
sun god. So what's the range of your darkness?
Like,
How big of a...
Destroying their morality.
Well, it's going to cause confusion. and
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm hoping for.
And sun guy getting swathed in darkness, that's going to be a thing.
I meant to say morale. I don't know why I said morale.
Morality,
I'm awake.
morale.
Whatever.
Are you
They're
questioning
similar
my
sounds.
morality?
One man's morality is another one's morale.
15-foot radius sphere. I have a 60-foot range.
Okay,
I would
so
imagine I start
you're going to
galloping
start...
up.
You and the horse cantrips up there, just within range.
Wow, the wolf. Yeah. And yeah, so it completely covers them in a 15-foot radius speed.
Supernatural darkness as you just... And you see like the whiff of his flame coming just out of the darkness blindly. As you start hearing people shout and scream, the people that were raising their weapons to go running are like, whoa! As they immediately realize, Baylor has forsaken us! What is this? What is this?
And I'm thinking to myself, see, you should have.
It's an adorable selfie.
You're following the wrong god.
Okay,
Are you
so...
going to run up there and heal him? Or?
Well, yeah, but I was going to do something else, and now I can't because you got darkness going. So, because I can't see where.
Well, you could drop it roughly.
You could shoot the darkness.
No, I was going to use chill touch.
You still can. You can go for random pilgrim number 4.
Yeah, but Adult is about to die, and minions are useful.
He's actually got like 2 hit points left, unlike his buddies who are at 5. So, you cast the darkness, so clearly the road is now swathed in this orb of inky darkness. You 2 are hidden in the, outreaching sections. Mm-hmm. Are you doing anything from your hidden positions?
Not while it's
So,
dark.
Yeah, if it's darkness, it's going to be hard to shoot him.
Okay.
So...
Well, I would imagine that he's probably
So
going
you
to
kind
cast.
of killed it for
He's
all
going
three
to
of
cast
us.
sunlight in a moment,
Okay. I will just wait.
which is going to negate the.
So
That's Dave thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's touch. That's a touch.
I'm not in a hurry to kill them. We can kill them in a minute.
Our cleric there is going through her book of prayers to see which horrible method of death will you be tasting tonight.
Yeah. So many choices, so little time. That's touch, okay. So
You don't want to go groping in the darkness.
No.
Or maybe we
I think she was looking at cure wounds.
Yeah.
You'd have to go up to him to touch him.
And right now he is on a horse that's losing its shit.
Okay.
In no
so
uncertain terms.
Then I'll have to do healing word on him.
Okay, so
But I have to get closer.
you're gonna canter up next to the wizards to get with
Why
them
is
that
it all
60
cantering
feet.
with you? Why can't?
Because they're not
Why
like
can't we look?
dashing. You can dash.
And
Goblin
I will.
Goblin dashing.
Yeah, I was gonna. So yeah, first level. So. 3.
I think my
Your pumpkin
7.
has given up the ghost.
7 points.
Okay, so you immediately wave your hand, say the words to your god, and all of a sudden you just see the vigor come snapping back to him. He is in better health than before this whole accident happened now. And he kind of like gestures back. Now, are you obviously presenting your holy symbol and doing your shtick? And he looks at you. And for a second, you're not quite sure what the look he's giving you is, but it's definitely a pleasant one.
As the skin is starting to come back on his face.
As his lips are getting skin again.
He's going to have to roll the beard down.
And he just gives you this respectful nod. You're not sure how to feel about this,
Right?
But you're definitely getting...
Being given respect by anybody who wasn't in terror of me.
Well, I mean, he was probably going to be scared of you anyway.
Right.
Okay, so immediately, because their horses are losing their shit, they're going to try to collectively get their shit back together. Oh, well, we got a natural 20, so the guy just off to his side immediately, just doubles down on those reins and pulls them up. The horse whinnies, but stops. Adel with his 22, he cracks those reins because now that he's looking at you, and he's just without even looking at the horse, just cracks the reins down, and the horse behaves. However, poor Thomas with his 1.
Oh no!
The horse stands up and just, and you can see there's scorch marks on its side.
The horse
and
says,
he falls off, and the horse kind of turns around and. You didn't notice that. Only 3 of them cantered forward. One of them stayed back with you guys.
Is he still with us?
He's still with you.
Okay. He's not.
He only thought it needed 3 of them to route this whole group, and the horse stomps on him as it runs off. It just bolts right into the bushes.
I turn to that guy and I say, "Go get the horse."
As you see, just blood from where the hoof clipped him, and he's bad shape. Yes, sir.
No, I meant the guy that stayed
The 4th guy.
Oh, the 4th one that didn't want to get involved with this for religious purposes. As he looks, yes, sir, and he immediately pulls the reins of his horse and he darts off into the woods.
In the direction of the horse?
In the direction of the horse, yeah.
Making sure he's not running the other way.
And pretty much at that moment you hear this, "By Palor, let there be light! Go, beast of burden!" And all of a sudden, out of your globe of darkness comes charging the 2 oxen in the wagon. You just see the oxen come running out blindly just out of the darkness.
Okay.
Which your guys are like, oh, holy shit, there's oxen running right at us.
We need to get off the road.
Already off the road.
Yeah.
Sidestepping it.
Well, you guys are fine. I mean, your men are about to get trampled next turn if they don't skedaddle.
Yeah, I'm telling them, get off the road.
Get off the road, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're going to do that when they get a chance. Now that these oxen are hell bent for highway. So what are you gonna do? I mean, Ranger can kill one.
Yeah,
Do you
that's what I'm thinking of
consider
doing.
that I am able to see in my darkness?
What does it say on the spell? I believe it requires magical means to see in the darkness. Because even Drow can't see in their darkness. Which is why they use the fairy fire trick. Fairy fire the guy, then darkness the guy. Then everybody shoot the one guy that's there, except for the 5 ninjas surrounding him you don't notice that your arrows are going into.
Yeah, I don't think I can. Sorry, Ranger.
Yeah, creature with dark vision can't see through the darkness. And non-magical light can't even.
Unless you have the warlock.
The pact.
Yeah. I'm going to try to fire an arrow at, at
one of the oxen are
at
coming
one of the
out.
oxen's.
Are you doing anything before you shoot?
I'm actually gonna if.
You have that thing.
Are they within 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's the thing is planar warrior is a 30-foot range for a creature I can see.
Okay.
My bonus action focus my planar warrior ability to really.
Are you shooting the ox on the left or the right?
The one on whatever side of the road that I'm on,
Okay.
I'm going to
I'm
shoot.
imagining the right side. I'm imagining you guys flank exactly where you're
because of
standing.
just how we're yes.
Because it's convenient for me to imagine that you're flanking the positions you're standing in.
Yeah. That one's a 24.
Oh, that'll hit.
Yeah, and that will do. And this is force dead.
Oh, you didn't.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wow. 16, 19.
That's good enough.
Wow.
Force damage,
As your
too.
arrow goes in there, and the neck explodes. The arrow sticks, but there's this concussive force that just sprays out the other side. That obviously is something not normal. and it just and canters right into the ground and just like pulls the wagon off course, and you hear like screaming as people are seeing the oxen's head pretty much explode and crash.
Into the other one?
No, he hit the ground, and the other one's continuing forward, so they're pushing towards the edge of the road. As you hear the wagon, which is still in the darkness, starts to fall and creak and crash, and you're hearing literally as you see the wagon break the plane of your darkness, and the gentleman with the medallion comes flying out of it.
Wow. Nice.
And hitting very softly on the ground.
A D6, that's it?
Yeah. He landed very softly. It was a very soft patch of the earth. This is God blessed him in his falling. You only take 1 point of damage from your fall. You are blessed. As he's on his knees looking at you guys, his bling swinging down between, practically between his arms. He's looking at you guys and realizing, oh shit.
When's it my turn?
When's it my turn? I'm waiting.
Who would like to go next?
Me.
I'm gonna cast chill
Let the
touch on him.
cleric go next. Roll off. You want to roll off? Go for it. She wants.
Decide who goes
She
first.
wants the dice to decide. Roll a
I don't think the
d20.
book's active yet.
I haven't acted yet.
Okay, then it's your turn.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will.
As you've been creeping closer and closer and closer.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm in a tree.
Yeah.
Behind the group.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to shoot that guy.
Okay. Now we're.
Somehow she makes the tree go closer.
She takes druid skills.
So you gonna take a shot?
I am going to take
Tree
a shot.
I will give you advantage since you're shooting from the darkness.
Perfect. Let's do it.
This tree is
You need
now
another
ends.
d20?
I do.
I'll give you the good d20.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a different multi-class, but it's
All right. So, 22.
That will hit.
Now we sneak
Is this a
attack,
sneak
right?
attack?
Yes, so it gets your bonus damage.
I'm gonna. Can I borrow another d6? Just roll them all three at the same time.
I think that's a d6. Is that d6?
It is.
It's a d8. Roll that instead of that one.
16 plus 3,
So 19 points of damage as he's on his hands and knees looking up at the guy who's now
and
healed
like
from
he
burn.
lands, and as soon as he lands, arrow through the head. He
Well,
slumps at your
it doesn't kill him. He's a tough, crazy acolyte. He looks and the arrow just buries right in his shoulder, and you just see blood just seeping down his little
I hide.
necklace. Okay, give
Well,
me a
at least you said
hide
hide.
roll. Give me a hide roll.
I thought I get to do it just as a.
Well, it's a skill.
Oh, okay.
Go
Oh,
ahead
you
and
can
stealth.
do the action, but you can need full stealth to
Okay.
See how good.
See how well
See
you
how well you did it. That's your difficulty for spot.
15.
You think you're pretty well hidden out there. I'm pretty
I
sure.
love how he says you think.
Well, that's
I'm
if
pretty
you see
sure
it,
he
you
doesn't
see
have
it
a
or not.
passive perception of 15. You can have it, but I don't think he does. Especially while he's on his knees looking at the three guys on horses that are really pissed right over his face, and the magic users that look really creepy back there. And he's just now realizing, wait a minute, those aren't humans in fur clothes.
That reminded me of the scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights where he's like, being pissed off, I'd be more afraid of being pissed off.
Yeah.
His horse piece.
Mind the rock.
So
Who was next?
she shoved an arrow into him via magic bow. The magic of a bow. Who's gonna go next? Priestess of Death.
If you don't mind, I'd like to go first.
Easy
Easy for that. So I am going to walk around behind him and put my quarterstaff in his mouth and pull him back
Oh.
so that he can't speak.
So you basically pull him up like a horse with a bridle.
Bit, yeah,
And then
pedal
I-
bit.
With a bit,
And then I'm
yeah.
holding it with one hand because I think I'm pretty strong, and then I take the other arm and just pushing it behind his back so that at least one of his hands can't do.
So you do
Yeah.
the one hand thingy. Okay. Give me a grapple.
Okay?
I'm pretty sure you're gonna beat him at his disadvantage. Do you beat a 3?
I did beat a 3 with a 9.
Hey, you beat a 3. That was the important part.
So Do what
So
you
he
will.
pulls him up and restrains him right in front of you.
All right.
And
Now,
the people are like panicking. Your riders, part ways to let you guys come between them. You hear some rustles off in the bushes where you guys chasing a horse down.
are all his people watching?
They can't see through the globe of darkness.
I drop the darkness.
Okay, so after you restrain him, the darkness just until like it goes from a globe to a mist that just turns liquid and just evaporates. And all the people are like, no, Father Malcolm, Father Malcolm.
They didn't get to see
And then
my
I'm going to
awesome
cast
shot.
Chill Touch.
Okay.
Okay. And let's see.
The people in the darkness did not.
Make a ranged spell attack. So,
I will give you advantage for this since he's restrained, by the
Want to
way.
do a skill touch on it?
well, there's a reason for it.
Did you have advantage?
Your dice not cooperating.
12.
12?
Yeah.
What do you
He's
know?
restrained.
That'll hit him.
Okay.
At least while he's being held down, pretty much.
Right. And then we have.
Pretty much while he's restrained, I'm giving him an AC of just 10.
Really? 6 points.
But it's necrotic.
And necrotic.
As you do your chill touch, almost point blank, your hand just like a shadow of your hand comes out and it just touches his chest. And he's like, be brave, my children! Flee! As it's just touching him in appropriate ways. Chi-chi. and you just see his
The hand
skin
was family.
retracting and just tightening.
Yeah.
He's still alive. But just barely.
And I say in common, this is what happens when you follow a false god.
Actually, he can't say anything because he's got a bit in his.
He just
I'm saying.
Well,
He
was
just
saying-
he managed to squeeze that last bit out there because he's going to die
Just for
soon.
dramatic.
Because they're all pilgrims, I'm like, this is what happens when you follow a false god.
Okay. You guys do anything?
I'm making
Bugbear's
a
got him
point.
restrained. The hand's doing the whole create.
Is it still dark out?
No, the darkness. He just spelled the darkness, so
Okay.
everyone can witness this horrible scene.
Good. Okay.
What do they eat him? I whisper in his ear.
And you see his eye.
I think
Only pods of whales offshore are hearing what he's saying.
They better not
So
come
who's
and
going to do
rescue him.
anything?
That's
Or are you
all
going to
I
wait
know.
for the cleric to go back around to her turn?
I think for the most part, Aconite feels like we got this situation kind of in hand. Like-
So
like
what are you going to do?
Cleric needs to die.
Yeah, that's kind of a point at
Yeah. Okay.
making a point at
Okay. Oh no, I totally approve. This is an evil group. This is what you're
Yeah,
supposed
yeah,
to
yeah.
do.
All right. Okay.
This
yeah.
is your bread and butter.
Because if we don't kill him,
True. All right.
he's sworn to a deity.
So what are you
that-
gonna do?
Well, seeing that my chill touch is still active. Because
Well, these two.
well, I
haven't
don't know.
acted yet.
No, it's
But-
good for one round, so never mind.
So you can always cast another one.
That's true.
Yeah.
Lift your
it-
other hand and drop your other hand
It
into it.
is a cantrip, so.
Uh-huh. Ooh, it's spinning really good. Who's this?
That's mine.
So everyone's watching in absolute terror, horror. I mean, they're frozen, afraid to run, because of course your soldiers are looking at them like, move, I'll run your ass down, and they're not looking at what you're doing because they're looking at the peasants saying, "I want to see what's going on there."
Yeah. Oh.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. I'll go.
Are you doing,
Or-
or
Yeah. I think
You
you'd be
can-
good for a little
you
dramatic.
can always kill
I don't think they're
random
acted yet.
peasant
Oh.
number 2 who's going to try to run.
No,
Okay.
they're saying, well,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like we can. Yeah. Make some examples.
Because one of the peasants is getting ready to bolt. You can clearly see he's doing the whole.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick him now my new planar warrior target.
Okay, so
Nail
he
that
takes
man's foot to the
he
deck.
takes one step to start to run. You
I mean, I do have an
Is that your
ensnaring
favorite
strike.
thing?
I did pick up an ensnaring strike, but I think I'm just gonna blast him. I don't think it's a 14.
that will hit.
All right, that does. Where'd my 2d? Set them aside.
Oh Jesus!
10 points of damage.
He takes half a step. Your arrow buries itself under his armpit, And you just see this
that's
gout
funny
of
shots.
blood explode because that's where the force is coming out of his body as he just
Force damage is
drops
scary.
to the ground. And everyone's just like, clutching their loved ones closer as the cleric lifts her other hand and casts her spell.
I think.
Yeah, I want to. Is there anyone else looks like they're gonna?
No, there's the other ox that's making horrible noises because it's trying to pull the dead one down the road. Going, why are you stuck in the medium?
No, I want to steal stuff. So if I have to kill someone to take their stuff, I'll do that.
You can go into the wagon.
Oh, yeah, but then I'll be inside of everybody.
You can stealth over there. They're all kind of looking at
Everyone's
Kind of
busy.
looking this horrible
Okay,
scene.
yeah, I'll stealth
Just
my
see
way
these
over to the
strange
wagon.
ghostly
Okay,
hands.
give me a stealth roll as you sneak by the oxen there.
21.
That's pretty damn good. Even your teammates don't see you slip. You do this like little into the wagon and disappear behind the sacks that are there. And you're feeling around and you get like a handful of fish, like a catfish.
Perfect.
You're like, but then you feel around.
I need
There's
to
like
keep it for later.
there's basically sacks of fish, and the big thing is you're realizing there's like silverware, like plates and spoons that are just like haphazardly thrown in bags. People donating what they can to the church,
I'll take it.
Not anymore.
and you're just like real spoons. These plates are tin. I don't want those. So you're just like rummaging through very clandestinely as the camera pans back to the cleric, and the priest's eyes are sunken and he's looking at you, and you can just tell he's cursing you with the favor of his God if he had it right now, because apparently, hey Lord, why have you forsaken me?
And then I whisper,
I'm gonna write on my
because he's
paper.
a false God.
I'm gonna write on my paper
Ooh,
silverware.
go ahead and
fish.
cast. As this time your ghostly hand goes right through.
15.
That will hit. Goes right through his holy symbol. It just goes through it like it wasn't even there. And the hand just touches. What's the damage?
I'm just gonna sit in the
9.
wagon, hidden.
And you just see his eyes roll back. And you just... And you see his body just like sink in on itself. Like you're seeing him emaciate. Days of starvation instantly.
And I walk up and I just take his holy symbol off of him.
Okay. About that time?
How you guys doing?
Doing good. So
I got some fish.
You
so
you pull the holy symbol off of him. You have it. He's dead in his arms. He's mummifying.
Oh, he's not already dropped him.
And you're like, whoa!
like,
This made me
I'll
catch
hold
it.
him.
That's okay.
And the peasants are just tears down their faces. Don't kill us, please! And your guards are just like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut.
Somehow I
Don't look
think
at that.
that's-
We don't want to die either. Shut up.
You're like,
So what do you order him to do?
I want nothing to do with you. Stop following a false god.
Who knows how to butcher a bull or a
in real life or in the game.
Probably your ranger.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think I could probably.
Yeah. Oh
I've
my
got,
gosh.
I've got all the.
So much food.
And I'm so happy.
Good
I'm
time.
so
Like,
happy with myself
organ
right now.
failure,
I'm
you can only
just-
carry 100 pounds.
Right.
And
So we might as well
I'm
cook
so
it
happy with
right now.
myself. I
Right
take
now.
the
reddish orange, your guard comes back with the horse.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, it's a tie.
It's horrible.
First I'm like, a 3, he's gone! Oh no. He is never to be seen again.
That bastard.
As you guys heard that the horse is tearing through the trees.
So we're
just gets
down 2 horses? Is that what I understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're down 2 horses and 1 human minion.
Whatever.
One human minion who's going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
We're up in Oxton.
Well, actually, he's not dead, right?
Yeah, he's not.
I can, yeah.
Well,
like,
we
I
can
could,
take-
I could try tracking him if we want. Is he worth?
The other ox, though, we could
I mean,
just
he's
have it
part of a
for-
300 person
True.
group. I think we should
Yeah.
track it
Better
down.
about this is he's going to go back and tell him.
Are you going to track him down or just let him be?
Yeah.
I guess that's what we get to decide in our downtime.
Let's see.
As you guys are tramping through the
You
woods,
can't
and the paladin
see them.
pops up next to you saying, "Good signs left on the trails." I could see him from a mile away.
Yeah, everyone could.
So we're in a swamp right now, right?
Well, you're almost to the swamp.
Headed there.
You're basically
Okay.
the sign that points out horrible death swamp ahead, and you can see the horrible death swamp looming in front of you.
Can I
Whereas he's heading straight towards the coastline.
can I make
Cross country.
a saddlebag for my wolf?
You can make a saddlebag for your wolf.
I'm so doing it. I'm gonna put all my silverware in there.
There's a dead priest there.
I mean, there's plenty of priest leather to use. And that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.
Hello, this is Eric.
And Wendy Strock with Stone Valley Hobby and Games.
We sell board games, card games, role-playing games, and supplies. We have thousands of Magic the Gathering cards available, carry Kickstarter products, and work with veteran-owned small businesses to bring you our own line of products.
We are a small business retailer, but we offer competitive prices, a loyalty system, and free shipping on orders over $100.
As a military veteran myself, I'm a strong supporter of our armed forces, their families, and contractors out there doing the hard job. So any order from an AA, AE, or EP address will be shipped absolutely free.
Remember, StoneValleyGames.com, where we take your leisure seriously.